Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2020 Vintage Cruiser 17 SCD. If you want a nice throwback but want some modern amenities, this might be one for you. It has a lot of great things in here. This particular coach is a couples coach, meaning that it doesn't have a ton of space for sleeping other family members. But if it's just two of you, you like the throwback look, it's awesome. Let's start off right over here on the dinette. So again, you'll see that vintage coloring in here, nice thick seat cushions as well. It's really only built for two people. Even though you may be able to squeeze four people in here if you really squeeze in tight. If you notice right down below, you kind of have this hump right here where the wheel well is. So you really can only have leg space for two people. If you need some additional sleeping, this does drop down into a table. You may be able to sleep an adult here. They probably have to curl up a little bit. But if you have a smaller child that needs to sleep here, it does definitely work in a pinch. You'll see the large campside window. I really do like it when they're able to put the dinette on the campside for this exact reason. Because as I'm having my breakfast, having my morning coffee, that is the view I want right there. I don't want to be looking out at my neighbors. You'll see right up top, you have a little light there, help keep things nice and bright if you need to play a game at night. Multimedia center up above that, that is also a DVD player, so you can pop that in, and it is Bluetooth capable, so that way you can control the speakers kind of via a smart device. I'll open up the door just to kind of give you an idea of storage. You have storage on this side as well as the other side. A couple more LED lights up here, and you have auxiliary lighting right up top. So you can see, even though it's a smaller unit, it is very well lit. If we make our way back a little bit, right as soon as you walk in, you have a big closet. Now, you can use this for wardrobe if you want. You know, if you plan on staying in it for a long time, you have a lot of clothes, it's great for that. Otherwise, if you do camping in a little bit chillier weather, it's excellent for maybe some light jackets, rain jackets, things like that. Over to the side is the bathroom. We'll take a step back here. Foot flush lever toilet. Obviously, I have a ton of leg room for shoulders. I'm pretty good there too. Even when the door is shut, I'm still not rubbing on the door. Cubby hole right up behind me, you can see that, so an extra little storage area. I'd probably throw some towels up there, but obviously you can use it for whatever you would like. Mirrored medicine cabinet here, decent sized sink, as well as some, a little bit of countertop space on both sides. Electrical outlet right down below if you need to plug in, dryer, curling iron, things like that. Storage there underneath, and then a neo-angle shower in the corner. I'll take a step in here to give you an idea of the height. So I am 6 foot. You can see, basically even at the edge of the shower, I can still kind of stand in here. If you're 6'2", you'll probably have to bend down, but otherwise this will work just fine. And you have the hand wand there to make showering a little bit easier. Back out in the main living area, you'll notice the Dometic fridge freezer combo unit. This is probably one of my favorite parts about the camper is that they actually color match the panel on the fridge. Vintage has been doing that since they came out with this camper, but I just think it's nice, from the standard black or stainless, something like that. Freezer compartment right up top, of course, fridge right down below. This unit does run off both propane and electric and has automatic switchover. Some decent sized storage right up top there, a drawer down underneath, as well as your fuse panel there with both your fuses and your breaker box. For the kitchen, the cooktop does have a cover, as does the sink. So even though it's a small kitchen, it does allow you to utilize this space. You'll also see that they put in a backsplash. That's fairly new. The diamond pattern there does match the bedding. We'll see in just a moment. So it kind of helps, bring everything together. I do think they did a good job. Again, I think it fits the camper very well. 2-burner cooktop, stainless, as you can see, both with the cooktop itself and the cover. Tank monitoring panel is right over here, as is the water pump. Water heater control is there too. Microwave up top, storage off to the side. Again, some LED lights, that same auxiliary lighting up top. Down underneath the cooktop, this is the primary storage area in the kitchens. This is probably where the majority of your pots and pans will go. Right down underneath that, a direct vent furnace. A bank of 3 drawers here, so you have a spot for your flatware. Obviously, this one's a little bit smaller, but these back ones here, you have a spot for your flatware, some of your bigger stuff too. And again, you can see that you have under lighting here as well. If you want to shut that off, of course, you can. This one has a TV mount. This TV mount, the arm itself is removable, so you can take this out and carry it outside. We'll see that when we go out there. But that gives you a spot to mount the TV. The connections for that are right up on the wall there as well. The bed, of course, is in the front of the camper, corner bed. As I mentioned, they did update the bedding. They used to have one with like postage stamps on it. They kind of went to this one, which is a little bit simpler, not quite so busy. Couple LED lights here for reading, storage up across the top, and then you also have storage right here to the side. That does have a hanging rod in there, so as I mentioned, if you can fit all your clothes in there, great. If not, remember you have that big wardrobe back by the bathroom. Lastly, you have electrical outlet and USB port right down here at the foot of the bed, so if you have a CPAP machine, something like that, or just charge your cell phone at night, that's where you plug it in at. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2020 Vintage Cruiser 17 SCD. So as I mentioned inside, this one has an old vintage look, but modern amenities. Part of that is the power tongue jack, which makes it a lot easier to hook up and disconnect from your tow vehicle. Right behind that, two 20-pound propane tanks with the cover. I appreciate the fact they painted the arms here on the A-frame. It just kind of gives you the better look. Again, helps blend in with that vintage look. I think that's kind of a cool feature. Space for your sewer hose right there. Because this one doesn't have a bumper, you need a spot to store it, and that is where they put it. You have the diamond plating right up front to help protect from the front end for some of the rocks and debris that will get thrown up by your tow vehicle. Cool thing about the Cruiser construction, this is one-piece fiberglass. From the front all the way up over on the roof and down the back is all one piece. As you probably know, the number one place that an RV leaks is on the roof. So the less seams we have up there, the better. And because that is one piece, you help eliminate the seams going across the front and the back. Coming around to the side, you will also see solar prep on here. So you just simply buy the portable panels, plug it in right there. It's already pre-wired to trickle charge your battery. Slam latch baggage door, covered hinge so you don't have rust coming down the door. And it is magnetic, so it's not ripping anything out of the wall. If you take a look in there, you will see that it is a good front storage compartment. You have a smaller door on the other side. It does kind of cut back a little bit in the center, but if you have any longer items, you can generally still fit them in there, and you have that bigger section there in the front. Your fresh tank fill will be right there, so if you're going somewhere you don't have fresh water hookup, make sure you put water in your tank. Again, right along with that power awning, power tongue jack, helping to make things simple, we have the power awning. So you just flip a rocker switch to roll that out. Same thing to have it go back in. LED light strip on there as well, so you have light at night. Also, you have the two outside speakers. You can see you have LED lights in there as well, so those look pretty cool at night as well. And that TV, as I mentioned, you can take that swing arm right off, drop it right in here. That way you have one TV you can move in and out instead of having to have a separate TV that you have to bring along with you. Your TV hookups are right over here, electrical outlet as well as your cable outlet. Obviously, that electrical outlet can be used for anything else you need to plug in outside. Two foldable steps to get in the camper as well as the grab handle there, so you have some extra control when entering or exiting the RV. So as I mentioned, this one doesn't have your square tubular bumper, it just has the flat bumper on here, but that does still help provide some protection as you're backing up. If you accidentally don't see a stump or something like that, not going to take out the whole rear end. Right up top there is your backup camera prep. So if you want backup camera, having the prep makes it a lot easier to install, meaning it will save you money on labor. Coming around to this side, you have a spray port for outside water access. Your city water inlet is right there. Black tank flush right next to that, so it's easy to wash out your black tank. You no longer have to stick a hose down your toilet to do it. The terminations for the camper are right down there. You can see both your gray and black tank valves there. Cable and satellite inlet, 30 amp detachable power cord will plug in right there. All right, folks, that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2020 Vintage Cruiser 17 SCD. If you're interested in this vintage travel trailer and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.